So my name is Sunil Uni. I'm responsible for e-commerce application architecture within Staples. I have about 13 years of experience building order management systems and e-commerce platforms. And Ross?
I'm Ross Sanger. I'm also at Staples, but I'm more of a engineer, architect type of technical role.
So how many of you here have placed an order on staples.com or walked into a store? All right, cool. Very nice. Thank you. We're essentially headquartered outside of Boston. We've been in business for about 30 years, span 25 countries. We have about 1,800 stores worldwide, 75,000 associates worldwide. We have Staples Business Advantage, which is our flagship business that caters to our big contract customers. One of the things that our customers also get being a B2B customer is that you as a B2B customer get to choose what your assortment should be. An example of an inclusion rule is a proprietary logo t-shirt. So in this case, Burger Mania restaurants, who may be a customer of Staples, does not want any other customer ordering Burger Mania t-shirts. Exclusion rules, on the other hand, an example is furniture. So a customer may decide that Staples is not their preferred vendor for furniture market. So what we decided was that we were going to set up our own e-commerce platform. Yes. We're right now trying to build out what we call the CAS components, which is commerce as a service. Cart and checkout, SKU page, or inventory. Microservice returns a response in no more than 50 milliseconds.
So Couchbase at that data store layer is really a great fit for us. We're big users of the Nickel language. The Nickel language is, just a fantastic interface to, an underlying data, and it's so familiar to us, people like me that are developers. With the XDCR replication enables us to have confidence that if we had to pull that switch and switch over to our secondary data center, customers would, have identical experience to.
We did identify, our preference was to go with one of the widely available NoSQL databases. We prototyped it in production, things went live, didn't really scale to our needs, and we were very quick to pick up the pieces and shift to Couchbase. So
we've taken the microservice approach that we've tried to carefully articulate, and we're using this pipe to take all the data that we need and push it into Couchbase. And one of the things we're really looking to do is change that structure and take that data highway and actually shift it over here. Nickel helps us do that very well. We have a lot of array functions, and using kind of the most modern architecture and the best technical products we can find, of which Couchbase is a key component.
Just a little introduction about myself. I lead the IoT platform team in Verizon, at Verizon Labs. Before Verizon, I worked at Qualcomm and led their IoT platform development team. I would like to introduce my team here who are with me. Abhishek, Yifeng, and Steven, you guys want to stand up? So ThinkSpace is an IoT platform that helps our customers to build, deploy, and manage their IoT solution. Once the devices are onboarded into the ThinkSpace platform, services like connectivity management, device management, reporting and analytics, security and compliance can be made available to those applications on those devices. And through an API layer, a developer or customers can interact with the ThinkSpace platform to take advantage of the services that is provided by us. Now, this is a good question. Why? Why did we utilize Couchbase? We cannot go down, even either for software upgrades or maintenance or OS patches or data center upgrades, any of those infrastructure issues, we cannot still impact our customers. Now, here are some of our kind of limited testing that we did with Couchbase initially that kind of gave us the comfort level. We provide our customers with a flexible device report. So our customers can go and create Haddock queries that can span 35 fields and they would be essentially sorting on any of those fields, filtering on any of those fields, and paginating through the results set. Now, another thing that we had to do was, like, we need to be able to add new functionality to our application and quickly bring it to the market. So which meant, like, our data model needs to be flexible. We needed our application to be always on with active data centers, and we needed 5 nines availability. So what is the data grid? What is the data grid that we put together? If you really think, what we did is, it's really a distributed, memory-first, modular-centric system where the data is kept in memory across the data centers and replicated across data centers. So it is built on top of data store like Couchbase and search engine like Elasticsearch.
Hi, morning everybody. My name is Mark Ransby. So Doddle was started in 2014, and we've spent the last couple of years building a high quality click and collect service with customer convenience at its core. E-commerce is growing and click and collect is also growing. What we see in the UK is a particularly high percentage of retail sales being online sales, but there's a global trend. So we've grown a store network. Currently we've got 70 stores conveniently located in the UK. So we've got 2 core services. One is click and collect. So you order something online, you come into our store to pick it up rather than having that item delivered to your home or to your work. So providing a really simple returns function is one thing we do. We help a customer with boxing something up, getting it to the right place, and if the return goes to one of our integrated partners, it's free to the customer. We create a document, we populate that document with whatever customer information we need, normally just enough to be able to identify the customer and give it to them. We will record events as it passes through, its location, what's happened to it. So we work with over 70 retailers. We see customers regularly coming in and collecting 2 or 3 items that have come from different places, but they can do it in one drop. So a carrier will come to us, drop off 50 to 70 parcels in one drop, as opposed to going to 50 to 70 houses. We've found the customers of our retail partners who use Doddle have an 11% higher average basket value, have some concessions locations in some large hardware stores in the UK, and they've found that they're getting more women coming into their store and buying other things. Once we've found that a customer makes a mental switch into using a Doddle store, they keep coming back. A location of a store really is key to success. So then that's what's driven us to using a mobile platform. But quite often we're in train stations, cramped environments, and where you see more footfall, there's naturally more pressure on retail space. That the location beats the size consideration. If the people are there and the footfall is there and it's right for our customers, that's where we go. So there was our old system. In fact, it was big, it was more expensive, it was harder to deploy. But the key pain point for us was that when we struggled to provide quality network connections into our locations, we either got slow performance or we got no performance. Instead, we've moved to a mobile store system, a component that texts the customer to say, right, your thing's in store, come and collect it. On the upper right-hand side, you can see that's our mobile application. It's running Couchbase Mobile. We sync down via Couchbase Sync to Couchbase Server. And at that point, we generate webhooks. The webhook generates events into our topic. And then we have lots and lots of little Lambda functions that do useful jobs. When your parcel comes into a Doddle store, we take a photo of it. And if customer services have to get involved, then having a photograph of your parcel with exactly what the labels look like really helps us resolve problems, serve our customers better. We started our first workshop on the project concept in February, and we started talking to the Couchbase guys in London at that point. Our first store went live on the 14th of July. We're live in 20 of our stores, and it's now our default deployment. We don't deploy our first generation systems at all now.